Hello, 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 hello. Holly Warner here, owner and founder of Holly Warner Health and all that entails. If you do not know, check my bio. All right, let's get right into it. I want to discuss oxalates and UTIs. There's a connection. Chronic UTIs. Now, it's not just chronic UTIs, but that's kind of the focus of where I'm going right now. This is something that I've dealt with within my clinical practice for years and years and years and years and years. And my go-to has always been, take a little bit more of the magnesium citrate. It's going to bind, do this, do that. All the things that you do for kind of like basically kidney infections or for kidney stones, and then magnify it and pump it over to the UTI section where you go, okay, also you're going to add in some D-mannose. Now, D-mannose is fantastic because it's like a simple sugar that just binds to basically the E. coli, which is the most common issue with why we have urinary tract infections. That's the most common bacteria that we find with UTIs. So it binds to those, you pee them out, they'll let go of the wall, the lining, no harm, no foul. So that's fantastic, except for when it doesn't work, which is an issue that I was finding in my clinical practice, was that sometimes, on occasion, with the chronic UTIs, we were not getting the results that we wanted. I couldn't figure out why until I delved into the carnivore diet, and those exact same patients started coming back to me and saying, hey, Holly, you know what? My chronic UTIs don't seem to be there anymore. Either I'm not getting them as often or I'm not getting them at all. And then I had patients with interstitial cystitis that came to me and said, I'm not symptomatic anymore. Can that be a thing? And then I had patients who had this troublesome, annoying, whether it be leakage or the frequent urination. And we all know, ladies, that frequent urination, and men too, is very annoying. When you're constantly having to run to the bathroom and pee like a toddler, it's a problem. It can be embarrassing, and it's just annoying. Well, this dissipated as well. So I said to myself, what's going on? All these patients are doing a carnivore diet. So of course, I did what I do best, which is dig into the literature, to which there was none. I mean, there's little snippets here and there, but for the most part, what I was seeing was purely anecdotal. Okay, so here's where some of the cool info came from for me. These oxalates, they can hold on to certain bacteria, like E. coli, which causes UTIs. They also like to hang on or attach to the epithelial cells, which is like the lining of our bladder. And since we know that oxalates or calcium oxalate can cause not only inflammation, but irritation, and with that comes pain, then it does stand to reason that these oxalates, this calcium oxalate that is bound to the mucosa of our bladder, to the cell wall of our bladder, are basically causing us pain. Which then, when you look at patients who have interstitial cystitis, a little bell goes ding and a light bulb lights up and we go, holy shit. Maybe, just maybe, this is the issue. And seeing as they also hold on to things like E. coli and they house it, and they're in the bladder, problems. So again, the D-mannose is also something that is very good because it does cause, the E. coli themselves to let go of the cell wall, which is where they like to hang out, i.e. that's your bladder infection, your UTI. What happens if they're inside of these calcium oxalates? We got to get rid of the oxalates. We need to create an oxalate dump without oxalate dumping symptoms. This is where y'all might need some help. Just because I know some of you are going to want to read this stuff, you can actually Google this right here, the interaction between this bacteria and the calcium oxalates, and it goes into all of the information. And look at the conclusion, the presence of calcium oxalate deposits. Uh-oh, there goes your green juice. So essentially what I'm saying is that those green juices and the green juice cleanse that you're probably going to jump onto in January might not be in your best interest. And people go, I did a green juice cleanse and I ended up getting a UTI. And then they're told, oh, that's just part of your cleansing and your detox. No, it's part of the oxalate issue, and you've exposed yourself to way too much of them. That's what that is. In closing, what I'm going to say is that if this video resonates with you, if you're someone who is experiencing oxalate dumping, someone who's moved into carnivore, someone who thought green juices were the thing to do and now you're suffering from chronic UTIs, perhaps we should chat. If you're looking into a carnivore diet and you're worried about things like fiber, see my other videos where I've debunked that. If you're worried about getting all of the nutrients, again, come see me. Let's talk. My carnivore 90-day package is on sale this month for the month of January. It ends January 31st. It is carnivore month. If you're watching this and it's March, then it's no longer on sale, but come see me anyway. You're gonna get me for 90 days. I will walk you through all 3 phases of the carnivore protocol. You're gonna get troubleshooting for oxalate dumping. I am going to hold your hand through the entire freaking thing. It is awesome. It is one-to-one. You're gonna get phone calls, Zoom calls, and email support. So come see me. Let's talk.